Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 6.10, method overloading. This is one of the polymorphic feature of the OOP systems. Polymorphism is one of the essential characteristics of the object-oriented programming. In the forthcoming chapters, we discuss it in detail. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism is multiple, morphism, that is forms, multiple forms. The complete meaning of that is one interface, multiple forms of implementation. One interface, multiple forms of implementation. First, let us understand this feature from a real life angle. Actually, you take household mixie, kitchen mixie or food processor. Actually, you call it as a mixie or food processor. When you come to its functionalities, it is used in multiple forms by changing the blades. It is used as wet grinder, dry grinder, juicer, scraper, etc. and all that. One interface, mixie, but it is used in the multiple forms of implementation. In the same way, one more example I can tell, that is a tractor. You simply call it as a tractor, but it is implemented in different ways, as a carrier, as a cultivator, harvester, pump, generator, digger, etc. and all that. By this, what you are understanding, one interface and multiple forms of implementation. In programming also, such type of requirement is required. Such type of requirement is there, then we have to use polymorphism. This method of overloading is one of such features. Actually, this is implementation oriented. If I explain it generally, if you don't have programming background of this, you may take it lighter. It may not be, you may feel this is not that much important and all that. But in actual implementations, this is very, very important. Actually, when we are giving names to the methods, according to the convention or practice, the name should represent, the name of the method should represent what it is doing. It should be self-explanatory. Okay, now you are calculating product. Calculating product means, according to the naming conventions of Java also, what you have to write? You have to write calculate product. Like that, method name you have to write. But the program, in a particular program, we are calculating product of different sets of arguments. In one case, 3 ints. One case, 3 ints. Second case, 1 float, 1 int. Third case, 1 long, 1 float, 1 int. Like this, depending on the requirement of the program, different sets of arguments you may give. That means different method definitions you have to make. Now here the core part is what name you have to give. All are doing same job only. All the 3 methods are doing same job. What is that? Calculating product. Obviously, you must give the name calculate product, or otherwise any similar name you give. But how can you change the names for 3 versions? One is int. Other one is float. Third one is long float int. Now all are doing calculating product. So you cannot change the names of that. For the sake of change, you should not change the names. Eh, And here one problem is it creates lot of confusion. All are doing calculating product only, but how can you give different names? So here polymorphism helps us. You give the same name. You give the same names and give different sets of input, different sets of argument. Then it can identify. The similar case I will explain to you. In your class, there are three Mohans, three students having the same name, Mohan. Then actually how the teacher can call them? Mohan means three may attend. Then they take initial A Mohan, K Mohan and S Mohan. Then we use initial. A Mohan means one person, K Mohan different person and S Mohan different person. Like that here also we take signature. Signature means simply understand one thing, name of the method and list of the types of arguments, list of the types of parameters. Now in the same example, what is the signature? Signature is calculate product int. That is the signature of first method. And second method, calculate product float. That is the signature of second one. Third one, calculate product long float int. Now three signatures are different. One thing I must tell you, signature does not include return type. Return type may be same or different, and it is not taken into consideration. As long as signatures are different, method signatures are different, using same name has no problem. Calculate product, one interface, but different types of implementations we can use. As long as three Mohans are having different initials, we don't have any problem. Even 26 Mohans are there in your class also. If they have different initials, we don't have any problem. Here, as long as method signatures are different, whenever the method is called, then system easily can identify by using the signature. How can you identify the student? Is initial K Mohan, then it represents only one person. A Mohan, it represents only one person. S Mohan, it represents only one person. In that way, signature means always remember name of the method and list of the types of parameters. Names are immaterial. List of the types of parameters. So once again I am repeating, calculate product int is the signature. Calculate product float is the signature of the second one. Third one is calculate product long float and int, that is the signature. As long as signatures are different, whenever a particular method is called, first method or second method, third method, system can identify that. There is no confusion for the compiler. And here one program 6.4, in that signature is not different. Signature you see, calculate product int x into y, that means calculate int. And another method I am taking, calculate product int. Signature is not different. But what is different? Here return type is int, return type is void. So return type is not part of the signature. That's why a return type is different also. Compiler cannot identify that, and it leads to error. That point I want to tell you. Actually, you may feel that return type is different. That's why system may identify them individually. It is not possible. Return type does not include in signature. signature means name of the method and a list of the types of parameters, list of the names of parameters you forget. That is not that. Okay, by that system can identify that. Okay, so what I am specifying, as long as signatures are different, then system can identify whatever method we are calling. There may be more than one method, even signatures are different, it can identify. But sometimes technically signature is different. Technically signature is different. In a compiler's view, signature may not be different. In few cases are that also you have to notice. Otherwise, you feel that signature is different, why compiler is facing ambiguity. In order to enable you to understand this concept thoroughly, I am giving the segment of code. By that, you can understand it better. Now you see, here int a, b, c I am defining, long d we are defining, float e and f we are defining. Here, 3 method calls I am making. Just a segment of code I am giving. Don't bother about object orientation and all that. You have to understand this concept. That's why whatever is the relevant code that I am giving to here. So calculate product, then all calculate products only. Now signatures are different. What is the signature for this? First one calculate product int. Second one calculate product float. What about third one? Calculate product long float and int. So 3 signatures are different. So you call any method, the corresponding definition only is executed. So now if you call this, because of this call, this definition is executed. This is the definition for this int. And when you call this is executed. Calculate product float, this is executed. And when you call this, then this is executed. Compiler has no confusion at all. Now already, as I told you, 3 Mohans are there. It is quite confusing, but their initials are different. A Mohan, K Mohan, S Mohan. There is no confusion at all. Here, same calculate product method, 3 methods, 3 versions are there, but their signatures are different. Even though compiler never be confused because of the uniqueness of the signature. In case of signature, sometimes you may feel it is different, but technically compiler may not feel that. Then compiler gets ambiguity. Suppose if you call this, which method is to be executed, that type of confusion comes. Those are very few cases. That happens because of automatic type conversion. However, I am not going into details of that because you are well confused. You must understand that concept on your own. But it is my responsibility to draw your attention toward that point. Here in this case, you see, calculate product only. As far as signature, 2 methods are there. Signature way technically, calculate product int long, calculate product long int. Technically you feel that signatures are different, but when you write this program and call them, compiler gives a message, error message. Compiler is in an ambiguous position. Compiler ambiguity, it cannot identify which is the matching definition. These are very few cases. Whenever you find such cases, compiler ambiguity and all that, just you understand, and according the situation, you have to behave. Because of some automatic type conversion, this problem arises. Of course, it is not serious. It does not occur very frequently. But whenever it occurs, by simple change, you can do that. Suppose in this thing, 2 methods you are giving. So how can you resolve this? Because compiler is ambiguous. Then what you do that? Then that's all. You make both A and B. Then this long. Why two methods? One method is enough. Understand? Because long can take long and long can take int also. Understand? In this way, for every problem, I cannot give a general solution. So if you have perfect command over the subject, automatically it is a matter of common sense. You can get the idea. So only here method overloading is not required. Only one method is required. Now long you define. In this manner, depending on the situation, whenever compiler gets ambiguity, if you apply your brain, you can get a solution. Of course, simple model I have given. Based on that, you can proceed.